Welcome to Startup Health Now, the podcast about the top entrepreneurs in health innovation, who we like to call health transformers, and the health moonshots they're working to achieve. I'm Nicole Clark, senior writer at Startup Health, and for this episode, we're shaking things up a bit. I'm lucky to be sitting down today with Unity Stoakes, president and co-founder of Startup Health. With the 2020 Startup Health Festival just a few weeks away, we thought we'd dedicate some time to offer a look back at how this event got started and offer a preview of what's to come at the 8th annual festival in January. Unity, thanks for joining today.
Nicole, it's great to be with you, and I'm lucky to get a chance to do this podcast with you today.
Excellent. So the Startup Health Festival happens each year in January alongside the JPM Healthcare Conference in San Francisco. It's been called the conference outside of the conference. Give us a backstory. What is it about the Startup Health Festival that makes it what some have called the Burning Man of healthcare?
That's my personal favorite one, by the way, the Burning Man of health. Steve Klein, my business partner at Startup Health, we started going to JP Morgan Healthcare Conference probably about 10 years ago. And one of the things we noticed is there wasn't really a home for entrepreneurs. There wasn't really a home for innovators. There was this magnificent conference going on that brought thousands of investors, thousands of strategics, thousands of executives from all over the world who were really leading different aspects of the healthcare industry. But there wasn't a place for entrepreneurs. There wasn't a place for us to congregate. So 8 years ago, we launched the Startup Health Festival. Actually, the first year Steve and I went, it's kind of a funny story. We hosted all of our meetings at this really cool Mexican restaurant right by Union Square. And for like 8 or 9 hours, we sat in the same booth all day, just doing meeting after meeting after meeting. And that was actually where we came up with the idea for the Startup Health Festival to really create a home, to create a different type of experience across the street, so to speak, from this big monolithic conference, and create something different. Really try to create a unique experience that was fun, was energetic, was really focused on innovation, transformation, and created a space that put the entrepreneurs first, that made a really cool environment for the innovators of the world to host their meetings. So that was kind of the genesis. We're now 8 years in, and every year it's evolved. Got a little bit bigger. So we're really, really excited about the 8th annual Startup Health Festival that's coming up this January.
And when you say a little bit bigger, can you give us some contrast as far as what that first gathering looked like and what it looks like in the past couple of years?
Yeah, the first year there was like, I don't know, it was like 30 or 40 of us sitting around in a hotel conference room. So it was, it's gone from that to now over 2,000 entrepreneurs, venture capitalists, investors, CEOs, world leaders, really interesting, dynamic people that all care about the progress being made around health moonshots, big, audacious goals. So it's really transformed into over the years is a community that to kick off the year in a very exciting way. Take a look back to the progress that's been made in terms of achieving health moonshots, but also look forward to what still needs to happen. And really, we see it as an opportunity to kind of each year recalibrate, get together with a global ecosystem of really dynamic, interesting, passionate entrepreneurs and innovators and investors who all want to collaborate, who all want to achieve the same kind of massive impact for the world around health innovation.
So speaking of looking forward, looking ahead to this January 13th to the 14th to be precise, can you give us a sneak peek into the plans for the 2020 Startup Health Festival?
Yeah, this year I'm really excited. We've got some big things planned. We've got, as I mentioned, 2,000 innovators that will all be there for 2 days. We call it a festival because it's meant to be the exact opposite of a conference. It's not meant to be a hotel ballroom with a bunch of panels or manels, with stodgy, healthcare executives kind of pitching what they're doing. It's meant to be about action. It's meant to be about energy. It's meant to be about inspiration. It's meant to bring people together and be about connection. So we've designed 2 days, 2 jam-packed days, and it's meant to be a place that you can come for 20 minutes, or you can spend 2 full days at the Startup Health Festival and really find meaning and value, whether you're just popping through or whether you're camping out there and really participating over 48 hours. So we have one floor that is dedicated to really extraordinary fireside chat, deep conversations around the health moonshots, the mindsets, and the people, the health transformers that are changing the world. So we're going to be sharing a lot of really, hopefully, impactful stories and digging deep into longer form conversations. We have a whole floor dedicated to connections, to meetings, to networking. It's a zone that we created to give, as I mentioned before, entrepreneurs and innovators and health transformers a home base. During the JP Morgan Health Conference, it's so hard just to get a table somewhere to do your meetings. So we've launched an app to make it really easy for entrepreneurs and investors and strategics and healthcare executives to all easily link up and schedule meetings, and then to have those meetings on our VIP connections floor. So we've got a whole part of the festival to just really give people a home base to make it easy to host those meetings and make those connections happen. And then we're really excited because we're going to be launching something big this year called StartUp Health TV. We're going to be broadcasting live for 2 days, starting Monday, January 13th, on StartUp Health TV. It's going to kick off a new station for us that's going to be jam-packed with different programs. And we're going to be meeting close to 150 entrepreneurs over the course of 2 days. So you'll be able to see that live straight from the web. And we're really, really excited about that because it's going to give people around the world who may not be in San Francisco for the festival access to the Startup Health Festival. So you'll be able to really tap in to the ecosystem no matter where you are around the world. So that's just a little bit of what's going on. We, of course, have a lot of really exciting leaders and CEOs and entrepreneurs that are going to be on our stage as well. And we'll be broadcasting those fireside chats as well.
Excellent. Some exciting stuff happening. What do you, Unity Stoakes, most look forward to about the festival each year?
I love it because it's an opportunity to, in real life, see these amazing, inspiring, passionate entrepreneurs and be surrounded by that energy. Something magical happens when you bring together a room full of people who all want to transform the world, these are people who are dedicating their lives to health moonshots. So when you're all together in the same space and you see and feel the energy, you see the smiles, you see the meetings happening, you see the connections happening, and that is just a really wonderful experience to be around. So I love that. I love seeing the health transformers from around the world and getting to spend time in person. We have founders from 24 countries and over 300 companies now in startup health. So this is a chance for us all to come together at the same time and be in the same space physically, no matter where you're coming from around the world. So that's a really, really meaningful and impactful opportunity that I look forward to every year. And I know the whole Startup Health team does as well.
This year's theme for the festival is the power of collaboration. Can you talk a little bit about what the inspiration was for that theme and why it's an important message for the health innovation community going into 2020 and beyond?
I think this is a pivotal moment for what we're doing. We see a major part of the solution, a major component to being able to achieve health moonshots is breaking down the silos by focusing on or leveraging the power of collaboration so that we can all start working together and speed up the innovation cycles. When we talk about the analogy of the health moonshot or the analogy of what it took to land a person on the moon, it really took extraordinary collaboration over 10 years, over 20,000 companies and organizations working together, over 400,000 people involved, and more than $10 billion over 10 years to make that mission a reality of landing a person on the moon. And that took extraordinary and sustained collaboration over many, many years, over a decade. So in years past, we focused on setting the vision, the impossible dream of the health moonshots that we want to achieve. We focused on bringing the global army together. We focused last year on the blueprint for what it will take to achieve this. And this year, we want to focus on bringing the ecosystem closer together, organizing us, and hopefully leveraging the power of collaboration and the network effect to speed up the progress we can make together.
Well, I'm looking forward to being with the Startup Health family and this growing global army of health transformers in San Francisco, again, January 13th to the 14th. Unity, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Nicole. And you're on the other side of the country. So one of the things I also love about the festival is it brings our own team together because we're all spread out over the world. So when we're all in one place, it's a lot of fun to be together with the Startup Health family in one place.
Absolutely. It is a lot of fun. And there is no need for FOMO. Anybody that's tuning in here, you can apply to attend the quote unquote Burning Man of Healthcare, the Startup Health Festival, or tune in via live stream, as Unity mentioned. You can do all of that by visiting our website, that's startuphealth.com. That's all for now. Until next time.
See you at the festival.